You weren't meant to fit in. You were born to stand out. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, ever since you was a kid, ever since you was a little boy, a little girl, you were never meant to fit in. You were always meant to stand out. Even the day you first started school, pre-K kindergarten, you could never fit in with the crowd. Most of y'all that's watching this video, when you were in school, I bet you played by yourself. Never had that many friends growing up because you were chosen. You were chosen ever since you was a baby. And y'all know being chosen, you don't have that many friends. Being chosen, you can't fit in with the crowd. You can't do what everybody else is doing. But the moment when you get older, when you become an adult, when you get grown, it's starting to make sense now why you couldn't fit in with other people. Now you're starting to realize you were meant to stand out. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. When we were young, we thought we had friends. But y'all heard that saying before, everybody ain't your friend. And when you got older, now you understood why everybody can't be your friend. Because when you are a leader, when you are a winner, you're going to have a lot of people coming up against you. You're going to have people pissed off at you because you found your potential, you enjoying your own company, and you are comfortable with it, and you're not giving a finger in the middle of what they doing or what they saying or what they think about you. You will literally think these people have a life of their own, but they worrying about your life. They are worrying about what you got going on. See, when you are a leader, you're going to have them losers over there that always has something to say about you ever since you was a kid. Hell, when you were growing up, they could have understood why you like to be alone. Why you didn't have that many friends coming up. They thought you were weird. They thought something was wrong with you. But no, everything was right with you. And something was wrong with them. See, all your life, people try to convince that something was wrong with you. But see, you were doing everything right. You had the courage to do something none of these people couldn't even do. And that right there will stand out. That make a lot of people jealous of you. Standing out, let me tell y'all something. People can have more money than you, more cars, all that other BS. But what they can't do is stand out and have true character. See, everybody show out their materialistic things. But what they don't have is true leadership. They are not cut from that cloth that you are cut from. They can't walk that path you on. They need people. They are very needy. They need people. They need friends. They need a relationship. They need that stuff. They needy. Now, I ain't say be alone for the rest of your life. That's not what I'm saying. Because you got people out here that are strangers that will cheer you on more than the people that grew up with you. But 9 times out of 10, this world we living in will be jealous of you because you had the guts to stand out. And the people that's in the crowd ain't got nothing going on with themselves. Because if they did, they would have minded their own business. But as the years went on, ladies and gentlemen, most of these people couldn't get along with you. They try to make it seem like you were the issue, you were the problem. But no, it was never you, it was them. They had a problem with you. It was a them issue, not a you issue. You get what I'm saying? See, when you had the guts to stand out, it made people question their own existence. Because number one, you didn't give a damn about them. Number two, you didn't care what he or she was doing or what they were doing. But here they are. They worrying about you now. Like I say, you grown now. And ever since you was a kid, you had people wondering about you. And now, to this day, they are still wondering about you. People are always in other people's business, especially when they stand out. They get people talking, gossiping, spreading rumors, spreading lies. But let me tell you something. The ones that stand out always get talked about, always get overlooked, always be misunderstood. But when you are a leader, when you are a winner, when you are a warrior, you're going to get talked about. Because when you are a winner, people are going to talk about you. But when you are a loser, when you stay with the crowd, you ain't going to get talked about. Because you know why? You doing what other people are doing. I'm not talking about y'all, I'm talking about other people in general. But yeah, all the years, you would never thought that you'd be able you at today. Because you had to put in that work. You've been on a mission ever since you were put here on this earth. If you were born in the 90s, in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 60s, or the 50s, or the early 2000s, I don't care how old you is watching me, you were always on a mission. That's why you had all these people try to create obstacles, trying to get in your way, trying to stop you. But these people were jealous of the way you were living, the way you overcome certain situations. They were jealous of your stilo. They wanted to be just like you. But their pride and their ego got crushed when you didn't even acknowledge their existence. Because you didn't care what the crowd were doing. You really didn't. See, back in high school, they had it going on. But now fast forward, you the one got it going on. Hell, even 50 Cent said it. Damn, homie. Back in high school, you were the man, homie. What the F happened to you? I will tell you what happened to him. Reality kicked in. See, when people in high school, middle school, junior high, or whatever, think that popularity gonna last forever. But no, that stuff don't last forever. Because after you graduate from high school and graduate from college, whatever the case may be, reality has to kick in. And people scared of reality. These people may be grown, but their mind is still a child. Cause like I told you, they still need friends. They still gotta hang out. You don't give a F about that. Never have and never will. Now I'm not saying you cold-hearted or don't care. But what I'm saying is, you're not gonna waste your time on people that's not encouraging you, that's not giving you the game, not educating you about certain stuff. You're not gonna be around people that gossip about other people, getting them still doing the same old thing since they were 15, 14, 13 years old. You outgrew all that other stuff. These people are still teenagers in the head. They get mad at you. Oh, you think you all that, huh? Look at them, look at them. That's gossiping. Like little teenagers. But I tell you what they're gossiping about. A grown man, a grown woman that's standing on business. A grown man, a grown woman that's taking care of themselves. And their health. And their mental health. See, these people know you going places. That's why they hate it on you. People knew since childhood you were going to be the one. I won't be surprised. Your own teachers from back in your past knew that you were going to be somebody. Most of the students in your class was jealous of you because the teachers saw more potential in you more than the other students. Y'all will be surprised if you go back and have a flashback and you be like, I see why I went through what I went through. I see why they turned on me. You will be surprised. But all that betrayal, the backstabbing, the rumors, the lies, the slander, it all makes sense now, ladies and gentlemen. You were chosen. And like I said, they wish they had your stilo. Everybody want to be like you now. Because they see how far you had came. You came a long way. And everybody can't do that. Because you know why? A lot of people were threw in the towel. They would have gave up and surrendered. But not you though. You went through hell and back. And came back as a warrior, damn it. That's the definition of being a leader. Overcome obstacles and situations that were meant to make you quit. That make you fold like a lawn chair. But you didn't fold, you didn't break, you didn't crack. You ain't sell your soul. You ain't had to bend over. You ain't had to do nothing in the closet, if you catch my drift. You ain't had to do nothing that you were going to regret later on. But these people that's talking about you got so much skeletons in their closet, they will be so embarrassed if one of them skeletons fell out the closet. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. The people that's gossiping ain't went nowhere in life. They still stuck in the same old hometown. They still stuck at that 9 to 5. That vocabulary haven't changed. They still talking like they in elementary. They still using that little kiddie they still using that little kid vocabulary. But if they ever see you again, you talking different. You using grown man, grown woman vocabulary. You can't be around these people. As a matter of fact, let's switch that around. They can't be around you. Because the way they talking, they still in school. But you on a whole different level. You are number one and they number two. But see, all your life they try to put you through hell. And the reason why they did this, because they knew you was a leader ever since you was a kid. They don't want to admit it, but That actions is letting you know they were envious of you. All these years, they still stuck on stupid. They are still, I hate to say this, but they are still dumb. They are dumber than dumber. I'm telling you all right now. Ain't nothing wrong with being a winner or a leader. Your parents, your grandparents, whoever raised you, always told you be a leader and not a follower. Don't kiss nobody behind. Don't listen to the damn critics, the naysayers. Because they're going to be the ones that ain't with nowhere in life. And as you grew up, it wasn't a lie. It was the truth. And I bet you don't even remember having these people. But they still remember you though. Your name's still all in their mouth. That tells you something right there. You did something right and you still doing something right. To this day, they still can't get over you. I tell you all right now, if you got little kids or you raising children, tell them, don't be ashamed of standing out. Because when you stand out, you're going to find out who's really for you. You're going to find out who's really your friend or who was faking or who was fronting. Because when y'all were growing up, you finally have figured out who was against you and who was standing close to you. 9 times out of 10, you ain't had nobody standing close to you. Because when you stand out, you're going to see everybody's true colors. But like I said, to this day, these people still need friends. They can't even stand alone for 2 seconds, for 2 minutes. They won't even last. Because you know why? They need people. They need somebody's house to go to and chill. Instead of sitting at home, reading a book and this, enjoying their own time. But they got to be under somebody else's roof. Sitting on somebody's porch. Going to the club with somebody. They can't sit still. But they want to make fun of you because you like to read books. You like to take your own self out on dates. But let me tell you this. You not tinker up in no soul ties. You ain't got no STD, no disease. Oh, I know they mad now. I don't care. And not only that, you never been a butt kisser. That lets you know right there, you're a real one. That lets you know right there, you did not care about fitting in. You did not care. That's why they talked about you. That's why they were yapping about you. Leaders get talked about. The ones in the crowd do the most talking ever. They like little cheerleaders. They cheering you on. Secretly. Behind the scenes. They cheering for you. But when they get around other people, they putting on the show. They fronting. Knowing damn well they like your stilo. They like the way you carry yourself. They damn near kissing your tail, believe it or not. And other people looking at them. Then that's all you talk about. That's all you talk about is him or her. Get a life. People are literally putting these people in their place or looking at them like you need a life. You need to take a hike. You need to do something with your life. That dude over there, that woman over there, they don't made it. They put in the work and look what you doing. Gossiping. And y'all know gossiping don't get nobody nowhere. Nowhere. So you ought to be proud of yourself. Because y'all came a long way. You hear me? You came a long, vicious way. You've been through hell and back. People try to put you through the most outrageous situations ever. These people couldn't even overcome the stuff you overcame. Being a leader comes with that. It's going to come with haters, rumors, slandering, betrayals, relationships. People are going to break up with you if you ever was in a relationship back in the day. Because y'all know the saying, it be the ones you lay next to. Sleeping with the enemy, of course. Your ex from your past turned on you, cheated on you. They didn't see your vision the way you saw it. So, they had to get away from you. But now, fast forward, 2026, I bet you they still worrying about you. They probably trying to send you a text through Facebook. They probably watching your platform right now as we speak. But that's that guilt kicking in. It's eating them up right now. It's eating them alive. They regretting the way they treated you or the way they listen to other dumb people. And that's another thing about being a leader. You had your own mind. You ain't let nobody get in your ear and convince you that it was something wrong with this person or that person. But let me tell you something about these haters, these naysayers. That's like the guy from the movie The Water Boy. Y'all remember the movie Water Boy? These haters, if they had a goal and a vision, then damn it, they can do it. They know they can do it. You can do it, but they choose not to because they are afraid of what other people gonna say and think. You ain't give a damn. You ain't give a finger in the middle. And that's why they mad. Because you did not care about their little funky opinions. Everything they were saying about you, they were literally talking about themselves, ladies and gentlemen. They got mad at you because you got comfortable of being alone, enjoying your own self and taking your own self out on dates. You weren't worrying about a thing. They don't understand because you know why? It's a chosen thing. Ain't nothing but a chosen thing, baby. That's all it is. The devil is mad, but we don't care. He been mad at you ever since you was a child. It wasn't easy, but guess what? It was worth it. Like I said, they still got the vocabulary of a little kid. They may be grown, but mentally, they still a child. 2 words. Grow up. I'm talking about these haters, these naysayers. They need to grow. The body had grew up. Excuse me. That body has grown, but the mind is still a kid. But here they are. They talked about you because you were a leader. And when you are a leader, once again, you're going to get gossip about. People going to turn their back on you, but you don't care. But as the years went on, people are still talking about you to this very day. And they still wondering how you been doing. It's none of their concern. But that's what they get for turning their backs on you, lying on you, treating you like it was something wrong with you, but it was something wrong with them. Being a chosen one, everybody can't do it. Everybody can't answer that call. But we did. Nobody didn't believe in us, but the man upstairs did. And that's all that matters. Everybody can't do what we doing. So while they over there gossiping, being TMZ, trying to act like they know everything about you, whole entire time, They know squat. They know nothing. They know shh about you. None of them. That's why they're over there confused to this day. These people are confused. Real confused. Extremely confused with a capital C. Confused. Causing a lot of chaos and a lot of confusion. And now, your success, where you at, made them look real stupid. They ought to be ashamed. They so embarrassed right now. All that talking they did over the years came back and bit them in the crack of their behinds. Now they don't know how to look at you now. Like I said, they still running about you all these years. They still wandering. They waste their whole entire life. But it's never too late to start. But like I said, if they can do it, they'll do it. But that's their life. But long as you happy, long as you knew you were put here on this earth to do something, that's all that matters. Keep up the good work. Note to self, I'm talking to myself as well. Because ain't nobody gonna give us props. But that's alright, because we ain't asking for that. But strangers will give you props and will encourage you more than the people that grew up with you or have watched you grow up. So like I said, keep up the good work, keep a smile on your face, and keep your head up. Y'all doing real excellent. Don't let nobody or the devil convince you otherwise. You hear me? Keep doing what you're doing. I love each and every last one of y'all. Thank y'all for the support. I'll be reading all the comments. So appreciate the most genuine comments I ever be reading. I appreciate that. But y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all share this video to everybody, because everybody need to hear this. Don't be ashamed of being a leader. And tell your kids that if you got kids, or nieces or nephews, tell them. Don't be ashamed of standing out. Hard work do pays off. Alright? But yeah, one more time. I love each and last one of y'all. Y'all make sure y'all take care of y'all health and y'all mental health. And that's all, folks. I'll see y'all on the next one. Be on the lookout for the next video. You heard? But yeah, we out this thing, man. Peace.